Oh, really?
All right. Just to let you all know, unofficially, with the point total today that Andrew got, these two guys are the only teammates in America to be averaging 20 points a game. So keep that under your hat. Obviously, we will open for any questions for the players, Taevion and Andrew.
Well, guys, to get a win like that in front of a crowd like that on your final home game, what's it mean to you?
Shall I let you go ahead, bro?
It means the world. It means the world. You know, I could remember coming in here. I remember my first game. I think it was just exhibition. We played Glenville State. And I remember running up and down the court, and I was tired the first run up and back. I was like, man, this is crazy. But my adrenaline was pumping. It was more like anxiety. Then I settled down. And it's just been a long journey. You know, a lot of time spent in this gym, a lot of mornings spent, a lot of late nights spent in this gym. And I wouldn't have wanted to do it anywhere else. You know, I love Marshall. I bleed green. And I love this team. You know, I loved every team I played on, but something special about this team. I really like this team. I like the way we gel. I get to play next to this guy every night. You know, it's hard to stop both of us. It's hard to stop our team. So I'm glad I got to, you know, play this last game here. We're ready to go on the road and then, you know, go into the tournament. So.
A lot of times on senior night, emotions can get the best of you, and sometimes it leads to a slower start. How did you avoid that tonight? Because you all came out and got up early.
Yeah, I think it's just, us being here 4 or 5 years and just know what it feels like because we've been in those games where we have done that, like, on several occasions. And, it's funny, I was thinking that earlier today, and he was talking about in the huddle before the game, you know, it's senior night, but we need this one. And I felt like it just set the tone. Me, Tay, and Cam just came out with energy, and, you know, the freshmen picked up on it, and we rode on it.
Get the coveted double bye in the conference tournament, one of the top 4 seeds now.
That's great. You know, especially coming from Conference USA, having the season that we had last year, we was looking at 4 or 5 games to get to the championship. And so now it feels good to, you know, walk in the tournament and be one of those top teams. But it puts a target on your back. You got to be ready, you know. So we'll finish out this regular season just like we do, one game at a time. And then when the tournament time comes, we'll be ready. We'll definitely be ready. So.
You guys led by double digits for a while. They clawed back into it, made it a 4-point game, you know, with I think it was 3 minutes or so left. How did you guys dig deep enough to make sure that you all were able to weather that storm there?
Yeah, I feel like that was a good test for us just because, like, I feel like we took our foot off the gas a little bit. We kind of started playing, you know, not to lose instead of to win. Like, you know, in those situations, you still got to be able to attack, you know, get a bucket and kick it off to your teammate for a buck. But I think that was a good learning opportunity for us for the tournament, for sure.
Defensively tonight, was that the best you've seen Bean play all year?
Man. Yeah, but to be honest with you, he's if you come in and watch film, like from our past games, Obina does a lot, you know, that goes unseen. And he's been here. I've watched him grow. I watched him come in as a freshman. And we put a lot of pressure on him, but he accepts it. You know, he steps up to the challenge every night. And, you know, every night might not be your best night, but tonight he came out, he played well. We used him a lot. You know, when we got a guy like that with so much energy, he's very strong, you know, so when he's playing at his best, we're doing what we're supposed to do. Cam is shooting the lights out. It's pretty hard for us to stop, but hats off to Obina. He played amazing defense, especially on that last one. It's been a long time. He has to guard sometimes, so he finally used his length and got the block and then got the steal after the block, which is even more amazing. So hats off to him.
You guys go crazy all night, 81-77, and then Kirkman does it again, a 3 that Danny says he shoots, killing us, and then he killed him.
Yep. Yeah, it seems
they
like
just seem to take the wind right out of their sails.
Oh, it's a dagger.
And then boom.
It's a dagger every single time.
Takes off and
Just like one of those feeling like, you know, we haven't got a buck in a while. Cam shoots it, you know it's going in.
And it was off the dribble. It was like
Yeah.
I ran down to the corner and I was looking like towards the bleachers, and I turned around and the ball was in the air, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's going in. And my defender who was standing in front of me, as soon as he let it go, he put his head down. I was like, oh, it's bound to go in now.
he's going to go throw it in bounds.
Yeah, definitely.
No, he's a smart player. It just seems like he knows like when to take those shots.
Yep,
He knows when to.
Yeah, he takes your heart right then and there. As soon as that shot is gone, that's the dagger. So.
Yep.
JMU up next. You guys saw them here. Gotcha. What challenges do they present, especially in a late game situation or late season situation?
I think JMU's solid. I mean, I know they might have a player or two out, but when they came here, I mean, they beat us, and they were solid the whole game. I think that they were a disciplined team. They got some strong dudes, some older dudes. I think it's going to be a tough matchup over there. I know JMU has had, top 3 as far as crowd goes, so it should be a pretty hype game.
As far as the crowd, was there any time, I know you're in the game and stuff, but being the last home game, did the emotions kind of take over at home? I saw you high-fiving a fan in the front row. Does the little kid in you kind of come out at any point? I mean, it looked like you guys were still having fun.
Definitely. I feel like a part of the game is sometimes it's entertainment. You got to know when to do it at the right time. And our crowd, just shout out to them. Shout out to the student section. They didn't have to come out and support, but they did. And they knew it was our last home game. They showed up. They were super duper loud. They helped them miss some free throws with with some crowd pressure, and just seeing little kids on the sideline, you never know. He could have traveled all the way here. This could have been his first game, so why not go over there and give him some dap and just make his day. I like to put smiles on people's faces. This is who we do it for. So, kind of the little kid does come out in me because I remember me going to basketball games and me wanting to high-five the players and touch the players. So if I have the opportunity to, I'm going to do it every single time.
We good? All right. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate y'all.
Jamie won both suits.
You said Jamie won?
Yeah. Wow. That's big. That's what we need.
Your books will be up here in a little bit.
Thank you.
David was. Bill? Start front your.
You want all 3 of them?
I didn't know.
I'll gift wrap them. Gift
Coming
wrap
out
them. I don't have any wrapping
Off the
paper.
court and the fans, they're not
Cody.
moving.
Hey, I didn't realize this. You guys, they never had the lead.
No.
Never.
No, they started out like gangbusters, and the way that Cam started out shooting, I thought he was going for 30 himself. I was like, oh, that was deep. He hit 2 from 20.
Cody, you
take all
want 2
3?
You can have all 3
No.
sandwiches.
I really think.
Yes.
I got your
I really think. All right, the quarterback Cam gets, the better his percentages are.
Getting 3 sandwiches. Are you serious?
Go ahead, Cody.
Quarterback Cam
Is
goes.
there a Pepsi?
There is.
You guys get to take the last 3.
I don't drink regular coffee.
You'll eat like a king. Yesterday, that door was exactly like that, and somebody had raked the Mountain Dew. There was not a Mountain Dew left. Nobody ever drinks. I was like,
Okay. Bye, boys.
thank you so
Bye,
much.
Eric.
You're welcome.
Till next year.
Till next year.
See you
in
football season.
football.
Yeah.
Football. Thank you.
Till next year.
Are you all still waiting on coach?
Yeah.
Alright, that's done.
I put the ultimate.
Cheeks on who?
Tay was 5 away from passing Skip for number 2 all time. And as soon as I texted the group to let everybody know, hey, we need to be vigilant of this, you a little quiet there.
He's 69 from the record.
No, 6. Yeah. Yeah.
From passing. 68 from time.
From passing.
No more.
Who was in the house?
Is that regular season or is that going to postseason?
Postseason.
Postseason.
I guess the G League takes the All-Star break too, like the NBA does.
Yeah.
He'll
Yes,
do
was he South Dakota or
probably
whatever,
first
some
round.
god-awful place?
Wait,
It's somewhere, Banana or.
How many years was he?
Huh?
6, 5?
He'll have played in about 20 more games. Elmore played in 133. This is 151 for Tay.
Yeah. It's rough, but
I know.
at the same time,
Hey, it is
I
what
don't
it
like
is.
that.
but like, and this is me being that guy, if you look at their shot totals,
Yeah.
A little different.
it's not exactly as big of a discrepancy as you might think.
Shot totals.
Yeah, like field goal attempts and how many shots they took to get there.
That might be better.
It made me feel a little bit better about it. Because John was going to shoot.
That's true.
Yeah.
John was going to shoot.
Cross half court, it might go at any time.
Wichita Stadium's about
I'm probably
two
gonna
steps.
I sent Cody an email.
Half court line.
Just to let you all know too, I'm gonna push this, but Tate shot 66% from the floor this week. He was 9 of 12 on Thursday night. He was 9 of 15 tonight.
Pretty good.
He pretty much shoots it, throw it in.
I mean, you look and his efficiency numbers over the last 12 games are just
Phenomenal.
stupid. Stupid.
Hey, if he shoots, other teams just gonna throw it in bounds.
So what was his plus minus? Falcons Spears came up here, so that he did quit for shit.
Yeah, he didn't say.
Where's, how far off is Coach? Do I have time to just stand on the balcony, shoot him, getting autographs?
D'Antoni, I'll
Yeah,
see.
see,
He shouldn't be down there.
well, no, that's what I'm asking.
He's
Can
not
I
ready
shoot,
to-
do I have a minute to shoot like off my shoulder to get them signing autographs?
Yeah, I mean,
See
you
around the
can-
corner.
I mean, he's, as
Handlock
soon as he gets up here,
plus
we'll start.
21.
I don't know where he's at because they're bringing him
That's
up.
what
I
I was
always
trying to
think he's en route, on
That's
his
a
way
nice
here
number.
now.
Yeah, if he's not with Cotton, he's on his way
He
here.
is not
Yeah.
with God.
That means he's on his way here.
Never
When
mind.
does he do, does he do student radio too?
No, unless they got really overzealous.
Let's think.
Coach.
But I do know that his wife and Dawn and with everybody being there, like you all seen.
Oh,
Here he is,
Here comes the buzz, I mean, the police.
speaking of the devil.
And Chuck.
Ooh,
And
Some
Chuck.
depth.
Chuck's with him too.
Chuck's big thing.
Oh, that's why. He was
All right.
Chuck's there.
Let's done something. I was signing autographs.
His autographs.
One of them had my release paper.
That was another one of those, why you
Out early on parole.
why you let Kirkman shoot those threes all the time, man?
I don't know why I do that. Why I let Andy shoot lobs, I got no clue.
The other night, you're going kill and kill and kill and kill them.
All right,
You did
hey,
the same thing
all
tonight.
right, hey, let's get an opening statement. Let's.
Yeah, let's a little praise here.
Yeah. Oh, wait. So what? On the weekend of Michael Jordan's 60th
No,
birthday,
forget
you
Michael
got-
Jordan.
you got
Coach
623.
D'Antoni, Hall of Fame, famous coach. Let's do it the right. No, I'm playing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dan D'Antoni.
All right. You're going to have to work on that. You came, I know you came from the paper, but we're going to have to work on you. But good ball game. You know, they were desperate. You know, they played desperate. Very physical, very well coached. And, you know, I don't want to hear any more about this soft league. This ain't no soft league. Them boys would take on anybody in Conference USA. And they're athletic, well coached, and physical. This conference is a lot more physical than Conference USA. Now, Conference USA has some finesse players, and they got some guys that can light it up. But physicality-wise, athlete-wise, this conference is hard to beat as far as mid-majors go. So, good win for us. I thought Micah Handlogged balanced their inside people. We got 10 rebounds and was able to do some things defensively. It was a presence the whole night. For all you people who don't want Cam, he missed too many threes. Well, take that last one, because that last one put the dagger in him. Andy and Taevion naturally got a lot of good press this week with, if you saw Sports Center, they had the what the coaches show or the college game day shows, and 4 players to watch for, 1, 2, and then Seth Greenberg led off with Taevion Kinsey, showed a little highlight on ESPN. Next guy, I think it was, I forget who it was, but Andy Taylor showed him a little love with his who?
Reese Davis.
Who was it? Who
It was
did?
Reese Davis.
Reese Davis.
Went to him. Yeah.
Gave it to Andrew. And you know what? Pretty good picks, right? Because they came through. We had good games. Both of them had good games. And, you know, we just got to put this behind us now after Sunday. But it's going to be a quick turnaround. I don't even know if we practice tomorrow or Monday since it's a Wednesday, Friday. I'll find out when I go home. But it'll be I'll be anxious to see if we can't get a little bit better. We still got some things we got to do better. And see what happens. You know, I think JMU's winning. So they won, so that puts Louisiana behind us. If Southern Miss slips up, and if we can hold our end for 2 games, we can slip in there in first place. So you never know. Again, I love my team regardless. We've had a great year. Just not going to give up on it yet. We're going to play it all the way through and then see what happens. You never know in basketball. It's a tough thing to win all the time. It's tough, and people think it's easy. Don't know basketball.
You mentioned Micah's performance, but Obina stepped in and made some big plays tonight.
Well, that's another critic, right? Don't let Obina shoot. Well, you know what? Those 3, or I think it was 3 that he hit were here. 2, I know for sure, but it might have been 3, and those were big. When at the time we were struggling to get to a shot, he came through. So, you know what? If you're not going to let them play, and for us to be a great team, they all have to play at a high level. And if you're going to put a lid on them and not let them play, there's no way they can play to a high level. No way. So you're going to have to suffer a little bit through to give them a chance to see if they can't be great. And I use that term all the time. You got to dare to be great. You think you can just be solid and you're going to be great. It's like Steve Nash told me. He said, they told me I was the most fundamental player in basketball. And if I was, I wouldn't be in the NBA because I have to do things different. I'm not as quick, I'm not as athletic, and I'm not as big. But I can go off the wrong foot, shoot on quicker than they think, move over here, and I bring that same philosophy to us, You want to try to recruit in the top 100, good luck, good luck. If you bring some more money with the imaging money and give me $100,000, I'll go out and get a good player. But if you're not, then we have to develop players. They've got to be in here. Everybody talks about go to the portal, go to the portal. That's a portal team. The team right before them was a portal team. Only one team ahead of us who is portal, which is Southern Miss, and we beat them 20 points here. So you know what? It's good. There are times, and we may use it. I don't know, because we're losing Taevion. That's going to be a tough field. But we may use it. We may not. Depends on what type of player we can get and where. But we're going to try to find a player who can come in here and patch that hole. But that's way down the road. Right now, let's just finish this up and enjoy the ride with these young men.
Get the double bye in the conference tournament. How beneficial is that from you guys?
You know what? I hear that all the time, and you never know. If one of the ones that start the second day win it, it's going to be they didn't get rust because they didn't sit out 2 games and they got the momentum and they won it. If they lose, they had to play 3 games. I don't know. It's easy to come after the fact and tell everybody what's the right way to do it. That's easy. Anybody can do that. So all you guys, I'm real good at armchair coaching now. I haven't been wrong in a long time. And when I was wrong, nobody knew it because I didn't tell anybody. But I can play the game after the game and be right every time. And so coaches work their tail off. I got great assistants that come in here and prepare these teams, get them ready to go. All the coaches we face have the same type of squads and the same type of assistants, and that's what makes it fun. It's going to be a great tournament. Go down. I don't know if we'll win by 1 or lose by 1 or win by 20 or lose by 20. I don't know. But we're going to give it our best shot. They represent Marshall the right way. It's a good way to come and enjoy the winter. We'll just see what happens.
Talk about tonight. They came back in, made it a 4-point game in the last few minutes after you all led by double digits for a while. How'd you dig deep and how the players dig deep to push that lead back out?
Well, they made some incredible shots. They made threes that went up rainbowed and went down. And, when they do that, it's difficult. What I did was we moved Cam on their point guard who was getting inside. Not Cam, but Taevion on their point guard who was getting inside and told Cam just to stand out there with 11 who was putting the rainbows up. And so we tried to take his threes. I think he missed the last couple they took because he had to rush and we stayed out. Taevion pretty much took care of the driver, made it difficult. I think he got 1, but I think he turned it over once. He did a good job doing that. And, we ran what we call lane stack, and came down the floor and started the 12-second count. We go to 12 seconds and then go for the score with about 2.5, 3 left. With about a 7-point game, and then I think they cut it to 4, and I think that's when Cam came back and hit that 3. And that's set up for either Taevion to get to the rim or Cam come back and shoot a three. Of course, he comes back into the next neighborhood and shoots it. But, that's a bad shot for some. It's not a bad shot for him. And so we need to get used to, if he can't shoot that shot, then he probably can't play.
The further back he goes, the better it seems like.
Well, it's not only that. He can make them. He shows it in practice. And if I don't let him shoot that shot, he can't play here. So you have to let him, and you have to ride him. And I'm going to go as hard as I can with these guys and hope to see if we can pull off a win and get into the NCAA tournament.
When all pre-game's going on, you got three guys holding pictures, one of them's Taevion. You mentioned a while back what it's going to be. That was the last time people were going to see Taevion.
No, here.
You still feel like
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss him. That was what you said. You
Oh,
still
no.
feel like-
Oh, listen, John Elmore came up, I almost started crying, so, and Tavion's that same type of kid, a young man. He's a quality human being. So we just start recruiting Andy back. He's still got another year. I think we're going to call it the Sheriff Returns with his posse. So we'll see what happens. Is that it? Go Herd!
Thanks, you all. You about took me.
About took me out.